In every company, there are two classes of records that need to be kept. One is your financial records, right? That's your checking account, that's your profit and loss statement, that's your statement of cash flow, that's your balance sheet. Those are your financial records, the receipts for travel and lunches and all those kind of things. Those are your financial receipts. They must be kept, and you want to have somebody great in your team that is managing those. That's not what we're talking about today. There's also corporate or LLC, but they're corporate record keeping. Corporate formalities are part of that, which we'll talk about in a minute. But just generally, what are the corporate records? Well, some of the essential records that you need to have at your fingertips are the articles of incorporation or organization, depending on if you're a corporate LLC. Have whatever your state issued to you, along with the state number that was issued to you. You're going to need that from time to time. You will have filed for an employer identification number, an EIN. The EIN is a number you're going to use all the time. You need to have it at your fingertips. You're going to have other decisions that were made between owners, like maybe it's the records surrounding key man insurance policies, that sort of thing. Also liability insurance records and everything that has to do with what records do we need that just say, here's what we're doing inside of the company, not the day-to-day work. These are the things that ensure that the foundation and the superstructure of the company are intact. Those are some of the essential documents you want to have available to you. They're not a lot, but you're going to be asked for them from time to time. So you want to know where they are and have them in a file or several files. Now, should your records be kept digitally or physically? First of all, it used to be that, and in some countries, it's still required that you must have a physical corporate minute book. It's interesting. If you go to other countries, especially throughout Europe, if you're going to do binding stuff for a company, you go to a notary. Now, what a notary is in the United States, somebody that basically verifies your signature, totally different in Europe. A notary in Europe is kind of a very high level specialized attorney, and their corporate minute books, some of them are huge, gigantic, these huge books that are tied with a ribbon and they just pile up. You go to a notary office in Europe, it's almost like something from a Harry Potter movie or something compared to what we're used to in the United States, where we have these nice 3-ring binders. Those books keep records on companies that may go way, way, way back. But even a new company starts off with one of these great big books with a ribbon. Well, here in the United States, it's simpler, and we can keep a 3-ring notebook, or you can keep a digital notebook, which is now accepted in virtually every state. You can use a digital minute book instead of a physical minute book. The question is, as you're creating minutes and resolutions, or if you're hiring an attorney or a group like Laughlin who does this corporate compliance work, then you're going to put those documents somewhere. So if we create them for you, we're going to email them to you. You're going to print them out, sign them, put them into your record book. We can create them for you digitally and send them. And digital's cool. Let me tell you, I like physical personally because I like the tactile experience of picking up the minute book and flipping through it, looking at it kind of by date. It seems like easier for me than digital. Although I'm in my 60s, right? So I'm used to that. A younger person may be much more adept at using digital records. The nice thing about digital records versus a physical record book is a digital record's not going to burn up in a fire or get destroyed in a flood. One of the services that we provide for our clients that use that service is we keep a digital storage of all of their corporate records in our database because we know that sometimes there's going to be a problem at that office. In late 2024, there were these major hurricanes that hit the Southeast. Florida, North and South Carolina got really messed up, and a lot of stuff was destroyed, including tons and tons of corporate paperwork. If you were using a digital book, that wouldn't get destroyed. So digital or physical, there's reasons for both. There's no reason not to have both, but you can go either way. The corporate formalities, the minutes and resolutions and stock ledger, as well as having key man life insurance policies, having an employer identification number, all of those things work together to create what we call the corporate veil. The corporate veil is the only thing that shows that you, the shareholder, are separate from the business activity. And that separation is critical to maintaining great tax deductions, for getting great lawsuit protection, for keeping the business out of some kind of problem that happens at home, or keeping all of your savings and equity and everything at home out of a problem that comes to the business. The corporate veil, which is made up of all those documents, is the one thing that keeps you and your business separate. That separation is key to strength, to growth, to survival, to not only having wealth, but having the ability to magnify your wealth. That's why it's important to be thinking all the time about the records that have been given to you by the government agencies you work with. Those are all in a book, along with all the regular meeting minutes, the board resolutions, and your filled out stock ledger. Those are the items that will keep you safe, that will ensure separation, and will guarantee your ability to magnify your wealth. I'll see you on the next show.